Hi Pre-K, it's Morah Frumee, and I'm going to start by reading Bim and Bam, a Shabbat Tale by Daniel J. Schwartz. Bim and Bam. Bim and her brother Bam lived on opposite ends of town. All week long they were busy working and they didn't get to see each other. But on Shabbat they could spend all day together. So each week they could hardly wait until it was Shabbat again. Bim was a carpenter and she built the most wonderful houses in town. During the week, she was busy building a new house for the mayor, a grocer, or the rabbi. All day long, she worked and worked. But Friday was different. Every Friday, Bim stopped working on the house she was building. Instead, she spent Fridays building nice, comfortable homes for people who couldn't afford to pay her. By the time Shabbat arrived, she had felt like she did a mitzvah. A good deed. Bim loved building, but Bam couldn't even build a birdhouse. Every time he tried to build something, he would hit his thumb on the hammer. But Bam loved to bake, and he was the best baker in the whole town. Everyone loved his bread and his rolls and his muffins. He was busy all week long baking bread for the teacher, the artist, and the gardener. All day long, he would knead the dough for the bread. But Friday was different. Every Friday, he baked only challahs. Lots and lots of challah. He made the most beautiful challah that anyone has ever seen. It was light, and it was sweet, and fancy braids with golden raisins. And on Friday, when Bam's challah was baking, the whole town smelled wonderful. Bam knew that not everyone had enough money to buy challah for Shabbat, so he always made extra loaves and gave them to people who could not afford to pay him. By the time Shabbat came, he felt like he's done a mitzvah, a good deed. On all Friday long, while Bim was building mitzvah houses, she would look out the window to watch for the sun to set. All Friday, when Bam was baking mitzvah challah, he would listen to the clock in the bakery tick away 1 hour, then another, then another. When it was almost time to light candles, Bim would put her tools away, wash her hands, brush her hair, and start running to Bam's side of town. Bam would take off his apron, his baker's hat, comb the flour out of his hair, and put a sign on his bakery window, closed for Shabbat, and he would start running to Bim's end of town. They would run and run until just at that moment they would come to the square at the exact center of town. Bim would shout, "Bam!" and Bam would shout, "Bim!" and they would run to each other and hug and say Shabbat Shalom. Then they would go off to Bim's nice, comfortable house and celebrate Shabbat with Bam's delicious challah. The end.